The ongoing migrant crisis in the English Channel has once again thrust the United Kingdom's immigration policies into the spotlight, as the government faces mounting pressure both at home and abroad. Over the past year, tens of thousands of people have made the perilous journey across the Channel in small inflatable boats, seeking refuge and safety in the UK. In 2025 alone, the number of arrivals has climbed above 40,000, with more than 800 people recorded on a single December day, the highest total seen in the month for several years. The scale of the crossings has posed a significant challenge for the Labour government, which came into office in mid-2024 promising to tackle irregular migration while upholding humanitarian protections. Despite new measures aimed at dismantling people smuggling networks and strengthening border enforcement, critics say the crisis remains unresolved and is eroding public confidence in the administration's strategy. At the centre of the debate is a controversial one-out agreement struck with France earlier this year. Under this plan, the UK can return some people who arrive illegally in small boats to French territory, while admitting others through more orderly and pre-screened asylum routes. Supporters of the deal argue it represents greater cooperation with European partners. However, detractors point out that the initial scale of returns is limited, involving only a small fraction of those who cross the Channel, and may not deter dangerous journeys. International bodies have also weighed in. The United Nations Refugee Agency, the UNHCR, has emphasized that any policy responses must adhere to global protections for people fleeing conflict, persecution and other life-threatening conditions. The agency has urged nations to balance border control with respect for the rights of refugees under international law. In Westminster, opposition parties have seized on the issue to criticize the government. Senior Conservatives have argued that Labour's approach has failed to curb the flow of small boat crossings and have called for stricter enforcement and faster returns. These criticisms are echoed by voices on the political right who say current measures do not go far enough to close off the Channel route and stem the tide of arrivals. Labour ministers, for their part, say they are pursuing a multifaceted strategy, targeting smuggling gangs, deepening international cooperation, and reforming the asylum system to reduce delays and bottlenecks. They maintain that tackling the complex drivers of migration requires both deterrence and humane responses for those genuinely in need of protection. As the Channel crossings continue to make headlines, the debate over how best to balance security, legality and compassion is set to remain a central issue in British politics well into the new year.